Hey everybody, what's going on? John here with yet another video, and in this one I'm going to be showing you all 3 exercises that can help in everyday life, especially with tasks and activities. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Now for this first one here, think about any time that you have to reach down and pick up something off of the floor. So let's say if it's a laundry day, or for example, if you're picking up groceries off the floor, we want to make sure that we're not compromising our spine and we're actually using our body as an integrated unit. So how we're going to do that here is the starting position is going to be in an LXX stance. I'm shoulder width apart with the legs, both feet are facing forward, and I have my left leg in front. My right foot is directly in front of the object that I'm picking up, right? In this case, it's going to be a kettlebell here. I'm going to start by hinging at the hips, keeping my spine nice and neutral, and relaxing through the arms with slight retraction in the shoulders. I'm just getting ready to lift something up. I'm going to reach down, and I'm going to drive through my anterior leg, pressing it into the floor, extending through my hips, really getting the glutes involved, and then finishing with a curl, really hitting the bicep here. What you're going to feel in this movement is you're not going to feel it in the spine portion, but you're going to feel it in that anterior leg as you're driving it into the floor, opening up through the hips, and then you're going to feel it on that contraction in the bicep as you perform that curl. You're going to feel it throughout your entire body in this upright position here, and feel that power line into the floor. And you want to ride that power line back down and set the object back down with control. Now exercise number 2, think about if you are, let's say one day you're in the house and you happen to be looking up on some high shelves and you're going through some old boxes, you may not remember how heavy that box was. So we want to make sure we have good strength with receiving and with placing things back up above us that once again does not compromise our spine, our shoulders, etc. So how we're going to perform that here is we're going to take an object, once again it's a kettlebell, starting position is I'm just going to have my feet shoulder width apart, an XXX stance, and I'm going to have my grip, basically a bilateral hand grip here. I'm going to focus on driving, tipping my shoulder down, and then driving up with the hands to reach up tall, and from this position, bring them back into the chest, back to neutral, and then go to the other side, perform the exact same thing. I'm really looking for control in this movement, and along with doing it, it's great because you get to feel your lats and your shoulders open up, but at the same time, when you bring the weight back into your chest, you really get to feel that contraction on the lat, and also get to feel the rhomboids coming together. So it's really building up that stabilization in the scapula, and also teaching you to really pull everything into your midline, where you're strong and where you can support it. This third one here, we all have experience with tying our shoes, right? So that's exactly what we're going to be working on. Ideally, when I go down to tie my shoes, I'm going to squat down this way, and I'm going to tie away. How we're going to work towards that, let's say for example, if deep knee flexion is not something that's in your ability right now, what we can do is once again go into that LXX stance. Now the only difference this time is we're actually going to change it to an LXRE stance, where we're going to be turning our right foot out externally slightly. Now this is going somewhere. I'm going to turn my toe out a little bit in the back, and first you're just going to perform a squat while lifting onto the ball of the foot, just like so. So notice my heel is up in the starting position, and I'm just going to perform a squat and come right back up. You can even do a quarter squat as well to get comfortable with that motion, and then reset. The end goal with this one is this: you get comfortable with those ranges and dropping lower and lower, is that you're then going to be able to start off in just a regular LXX stance with both feet facing forward, left and front, and then performing that same squatting maneuver, building up that comfort there and get lower and lower until you can lower down and come all the way back up. You're definitely going to feel this one in your glutes, especially on the anterior leg or the leg in front. And at the same time, as you get into those deeper and deeper ranges, you're going to feel it in this support foot in the back and a little bit in the quadriceps as they get a little bit of a stretch in this position. You want to make sure you perform at each rep with control and make sure to work both sides.